Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about React Native. It's a mobile development framework. So it's very important to learn nowadays mobile application because everything is moving from website or web to mobile. I mean device. So it's very important if you know any technology that can build app, so you have a higher chance to get a job, or you can start your own freelancing to make a app. So this is the introduction. So now I'm just going to start without any further delay. Very basic intro, very basic. Just a mobile app for counter applications. So yeah, now here what but before that I want to give the introduction for editor. So I'm using snack.expo.dev, this editor, and this one is the online editor. So if you want, you can use this for building a React Native mobile applications. All right, so without any delay we are going to start to make the app. So first we will import React from React library. So here we are importing React from the React library. Alright, so next we will import Vue and the text button from React Native. Alright, so we imported this. We are going to use this to display in our simulator. Right. So we imported these three things also. So we can import more thing also, but for this demo, we just need these three things. So I have imported that. All right. So now we will take a const, and this is a class name, a function name, so counter. And here I just taken another const, and we are defining two variable here, counter and set counter. So set counter, it will be like function, so it will be set in this counter, and this counter will increase value or decrease in the counter app. All right, so now we will use the state management. So here React, and initially we will set user state, and we will set the value as 0. So if you will see your counter default value, it will be show as 0 in initial. All right, so now moving forward, and we are taking a return. So return in the sense, if we are defining here function component, inside that we have to return the component, and then only it's going to display in the simulator. So we are returning, and we have taken a view. Inside the view, we took here style, and this style we are setting flags equal to 1, and this is just a style, so make the our counter application in the center. So we are looking at justify content at center, so here it's a center came. Now we will also make align as a center, so align item will set center, and that's it. So this view is completed. Now we will take another text just for displaying our some text. So okay, we took this text, and we will give a font size 50. All right, and just displaying both, just for displaying the purpose here in UI, so that we can see it's working fine. So yeah, we displayed this text, and it's going to display here when we will run this simulator. All right, so now this simulator is not running, and I'm just waiting for like finishing this thing, and then we will start. So now we are taking another text. Here we will take a counter increment and decrement values. So we are setting the style, and that counter we have made a very big, so that it will be easily visible, and 200. And now we are defining inside the curly braces counter. So because this is a JavaScript function, so we need to take a curly braces, and then closing this, and then value it's going to bind here. All right, so now we are moving another for button related things. So we are taking one button, And here basically we will take three button, one for increment, and another one is decrement, and the last one is reset. So increment will increase and decrement decrease, and reset will whatever value it will display in the simulator, it will do resets. All right, so now moving forward, here we have taken a function on press, and inside that we are setting counter function. And counter, since we are, this is the increment button, so we are increasing by one, and sorry, we are increasing by one, and we are setting this title as an increment. All right, so title, now we will close this. Okay, so similarly we will take another button for it will be like same thing. So just it will be a decrement, so here it will just change the name. It will I mean title, it will become decrement, and here it will become -1, so that it will decrease by 1. All right, so we made -1, closing it, and then title equal to decrement. Okay, so now the last button we will take for reset. And the reset, actually we have to think for little bit here. So we are taking the same function on press, and the function starting, okay, and counter. So here, can you tell me anyone what function it will come to become a 0? So you have some time to think over it, because while pressing in this button, value should become 0. So it will become like I'm giving the answer. Here, if we are taking counter minus counter, then it will become 0. So whatever value is displaying, we will just minus that, and then it will become 0. So we are taking title as a reset, and we are closing it, the tag. It's a self-closing tag. All right, so now moving forward, we are closing the view as well. So here view, it's closed. All right, so now we need to close the return, because it was open, it's not closed, but it's now it's closed. So okay, that's fine. We are closing another here counter also, it's open, so we need to close this as well. Okay, so the here we need to things like we have written, but this entire things we need to export in the simulator. So that's why we are writing one export key things. And because if we are not writing this, it's not going to display. So it's very important, export default and this counter, and that's it actually. So for now I have completed one counter app. It's very basic. I know this is just for beginning. So I hope so it will work. So we will press here and save what's the result for now. So it's loading. It will take some time because it's going in the queue, and based on that it will display. So let's see. Hopefully it will work. And it's saying like device is connected. Okay, wow. So at least I got, so what value we set here? 0. So this 0 is displaying here. This is a static value, wow. And this 3 button is displaying like increment, decrement, and reset. All right. So this is the things actually. Now we will test whether it's working or not. So if we are pressing here, so it's become 1 in one click. So it's working. Like, okay, how many times we will press, it will work on that actually. So it's working fine. Now I will check for decrement whether it's a decreasing or not. So pressing on decrement, it's working fine. So this two button is working fine till now. Okay, so all right, now I will click on reset. So while clicking on the reset, or while pressing on the reset, it should become a 0. So if will become 0, then all the thing is working whatever we have written. Okay, so I pressed and it's become 0. So so this is the purpose of the counter application. I hope this video will be very easier to understand. Whoever want to start their career in the mobile development, they can learn from beginning actually. So I really appreciate to listening till here. So thank you so much for watching.